I was under the impression that you had already decided to be involved. If you look at the information there, you can see that the need is undeniable.
Clearly, I have a big weekend ahead of me, so why don't you leave all this with me and we'll have lunch on Monday and I'll tell you what I can do. But in the meantime, come to the wedding and we can get to know each other better.
I have a flight to India.
Well, you know, staying the weekend won't kill you.
Gwen, can you get Isabel an invitation to the wedding?
Right away.
And you won't be uncomfortable.
Well, she's an Oscar winner and an incredibly prolific actor with roles in more than 70 films, Julianne Moore, and she stars in a new film we're excited to see, After the Wedding. It's a remake of the 2006 Danish film with a twist. The roles' genders are flipped. So she joins us now. Thank you so much, Julianne. Great to talk with you.
Nice to talk to you too. Thanks for having me.
So I read an article where you were interviewed and you said, you know, women are so busy, make movies essentially that we're compelled to come see. And when I saw the trailer for After the Wedding, that's how I felt. It has everything I want, drama, the secrets, the psychological element. How do you describe it and what do you love about it?
Well, oh gosh, how do I describe it? It is the story of these two kind of I think they're very self-actualized women. They're women who have made very different choices in their lives, but they're really self-determined, and how they come together with this kind of deeply emotional issue. I was compelled by it because I think that both of the women have made choices professionally that are really interesting and really profound. And my character Teresa has also had a really important family life. You know, that's been something that she's cared about deeply. And for the first time in her life, after being able to control so much in both of her private and her professional life, she's come across something that she can't control, and she's really, really furious. And that interested me because it has to do with like who we are and how we live our lives and what choices we make, and also what choices we can't make, things that are determined for us.
And for those who are familiar with the Danish film, the 2006 version, the gender roles are flipped, where you have the females in the more transformative, dynamic roles. Why was that important for you to do?
Well, because I think we don't often get to see that, you know. I mean, we're still struggling with, I think, equal representation on screen. I see plenty of women who are living these dynamic lives, but I don't always see them represented in entertainment. And this was an opportunity to do that and to give these two women a center stage, you know, in this film. And I also, you know, I'm interested in movies about relationships and things that are emotional. That's why I go to the movies. You know, when you're talking about seeing something, you think like, oh, I have to see that. Like I can sort of see myself in that story. So even personally, it speaks to me that way.
So between you, Billy Crudup, and then Michelle Williams, of course, the rest of the cast, really an all-star cast. What was the vibe like on set? What was the chemistry like filming?
It was great. I mean, I think we were all there. When you make an independent movie, everybody's there because they want to be, because it's not something that's easy to do. It's not something where you make a lot of money. You're there because you're compelled by the story and the direction and the other actors. So I think we were all really excited to be there and excited to be working together. We shot in New York City and in Long Island, and then we went to India. So it was a really, really wonderful summer, and I think a great result. I think people are very affected by this film, particularly women.
Mm-hmm. And so you also worked with your husband, who was the director. So do you have advice for any husband-wife couple working together on a big project? What's the secret to success for that situation?
I have to say, I think the fact that our children are older was very helpful. When they were, I mean, anybody who has really little children knows it's almost impossible to get anything else done while you're taking care of little kids. But because our son at the time was 20, and I think he was working that summer, and our daughter was 16, and she was working on the film with us, so that alleviated a lot of the pressure, because it takes up a lot of time, you know, working on a film, and it sort of starts to permeate your personal life too. But it was okay. It was nice to have a shared passion.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Julianne Moore. Such a pleasure talking with you. Congratulations on the film and all your success.